Welcome to My Views Are My Own bonus episode, My Reviews Are My Own, where we review a film. This episode is Doug and Colleen review the film Storks. Today, my co-host is co-producer Colleen. What's up, Colleen?
Hi.
All right.
Hi.
Well, hi.
Sorry, that first hi was like sad.
Your first hi sucked.
I'm okay.
Say hi nicely.
Hi. Oh my gosh.
These people love you because a lot of people they recognize your voice from earlier sketches.
That's really nice.
Yeah. Anyway, get ready to have your capitalist heteronormative worldview shattered.
Whoa.
Storks delivers babies, right?
Right.
Or at least they used to.
What?
Thanks to Amazon, now they deliver packages for a global internet retail giant.
What?
Junior.
That's shocking.
The character Junior, played in the voice by Andy Samberg, the company's top delivery stork, lands in hot water when the baby's factory produces an adorable but wholly unauthorized girl.
Wow.
What the fuck? All right. Desperate to deliver this bundle of trouble, Junior and his friend Tulip, played by Katie Crown, or her voice, the only human on Stork Mountain, race against time to make their first baby drop before the boss, Kelsey Grammer, finds out. I guess that's Frasier.
Okay.
So, cool. All right. Stacked cast. We got
pretty stacked cast. Yeah. Not mentioned was Jennifer Aniston.
Key and Peele.
Key and Peele and the dad from Modern Family are also in this movie.
Hella stacked cast.
Hella stacked.
And I must say, the way we select movies for this podcast, there's not a lot of thought that goes into it. It's just that I was scrolling through Hulu, asking you what you would watch, and you said yes to this one. And I had no idea. We started watching it, and I had no idea until the movie starts, and I was like, is that Andy Samberg's voice?
Yeah.
And then I got more engaged.
Well, I said, that's Andy Samberg.
Okay.
And you said, are you sure? And I said, yeah.
All right, well, hey.
And then you were like, oh, you're right. You're always right about everything, and you're never wrong.
That's a fact, because this is not only a bonus episode, but it's an after-hours bonus episode, far past my bedtime.
Rated PG, like Storks. Which, it's important to note, this is a children's movie. It's animated. It's not a documentary, as you may have thought. So, Storks.
Everybody, if you ain't watching Storks, get the fuck out the club. Storks. And by club, I mean this podcast.
This podcast is a club.
And yeah, it's a club.
So, let's talk about
Storks.
Let's talk about Storks.
All the good things and the stork things that can be.
So, what was your first impression of the movie Storks?
I feel like the first thing. So when I selected it, I thought it was just a really good way for me to talk shit about Jeff Bezos and Amazon.
Did you find that to be true?
Not as much as I wanted, because I started watching the movie and I realized Andy Samberg, who I have to say, I feel like I was a big fan of Andy Samberg even before he was gigantic. Because when he did I'm on a boat, and it created this thing where people were like Andy Samberg has a I don't want to sit here and just be on Andy Samberg's dick for the entire bonus episode.
I don't mind,
but I'm on a boat made it where people that don't get how funny he can really be all loved him.
Yes. And many thanks due to T-Pain.
So yeah, he a lot of Lonely Island is whatever, and a lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine is kind of for everyone. So let's just.
It's not for everyone.
Honestly, I don't have a bad word to say about Andy Samberg.
No,
I don't.
No.
Not in my body, not in my bones.
When we found out he was in this movie, it took Storks from good to great. I will say that much. We are going to give a lot of spoilers, so if you're trying to watch Storks, don't listen to this. Go watch that. It's on Hulu. So here's my first impression of Storks. First of all, I liked Storks. I thought I would think it was okay. Turns out I thought it was pretty good. So that was an improvement. The storks looked more like seagulls. I was not into that part. There were like no.
I agree that they did not have stork beaks.
They needed longer beaks.
On the side of the animators, I would say that a regular stork beak would be really hard to animate for.
Well, they've animated more complicated
All right,
things
whatever.
before. There were no girl storks. There was, except for one who was the secretary to the boss. I don't know if you even noticed that.
Shh, I didn't even notice
But
that.
I wrote it in my notes.
Oh my
She was
God,
like,
am I a
"We have a
fucking piece
phone
of
call
shit?
for you," and that was her only line. And she probably had fucking lipstick on her beak or some bullshit. And that was the only girl stork. So that was a problem. But other than that, first impressions, heartwarming story, cute. I have a lot of questions about the sex ed that they provide children in like the Storks universe. Like the parents seem to like giggle about babies when the kid was like, "Where's babies come from?" And they were like, "Ha ha ha, not gonna tell you," aka we have sex and then reproductive systems. But then at one point storks came, so that means that the parents must have like known that like storks caused babies. And so where did sex ed go there? Was it just irrelevant? Did it become irrelevant? Like human biology, I don't really know where that fits in here. But that aside, I'm like fine with this movie, Storks.
I must interject on. So Colleen felt like there were some plot holes, and I felt like there were not. I felt
You said it was airtight.
I said it was airtight.
I don't think it was
'Cause
airtight.
the humans,
Someone poked
the
some
humans
holes in the
did-
stork's condom.
The humans knew that storks used to deliver babies, and they didn't anymore.
Okay, but like, what happened when people fucked and then got pregnant when the storks delivered babies?
You know what?
What if the storks didn't get their letter? Then they just, is that how the birth control worked?
I didn't care because this film was carrying me along on an adventure, and this really is an adventure film. But
It's about family.
I mean,
and friendship.
if I can give more shout outs to this film, there is. Should I jump ahead or should I not?
It's time to set the scene.
Okay, set the scene.
I'll set the scene.
You set the scene.
Okay, well, you already said a lot of it. We had storks delivered babies, then they stopped for some reason. Oh, wait, we know the reason. It's because they abducted a child.
Yeah, the reason is because
this is the most fucked up part of the
one
movie.
stork goes insane and abducts a child.
Okay, let me break this down.
And then Jeff Bezos.
18 years
and
prior
Amazon.
to when this movie was set, one stork named Jasper, played by Danny Trejo.
Shout out Danny Trejo.
Shout out Danny Trejo.
One of my favorite actors of all time.
He did a great job. Not surprising. Surprisingly. Sorry. I have like a thing where people use adjectives instead of adverbs, and I don't care about my popularity right now. It really bothers me. The fact that I just accidentally did it makes me feel shame.
What's an adverb?
Well,
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. I'm going to take a deep breath and continue. Okay. So 18 years prior to when the plot of this movie took place, they made their last baby. And the reason it was their last baby is because the babies come out of the stork factory with a beacon, which is some little fucking metal type thing that says, "This is where the baby goes. Deliver it here, stork." And this one got broken. I don't know how, it doesn't matter. But anyway, I guess in all of that confusion, this stork, Jasper, played by Danny Trejo, was like, "Oh, A, I don't know where this baby goes, so I can't deliver it. But B, I also don't want to because I want to be its parent or whatever." And he started to become like obsessive about the baby and want to parent it. And then the storks were like, "We can't do this anymore. This is a liability. I guess we have feelings or something, so we're not down with that. And so we're going to get out of the baby business." And they kept referring to other ways of delivering babies that they never said explicitly what that was. I guess it's a children's movie and that's why. But anyway, the storks decided to get into the package delivering business via Amazon.
Amazon.com.
Cornerstore.com, aka Amazon. And they had a stork in a suit being like, I'm the boss. And everyone was like, I'm automatically like a corporate D-bag, and that's what I'm going to be as my identity. And then cue, what's her name? Tulip?
Orphan Tulip.
Orphan Tulip. We love a good nickname about your trauma. So Orphan Tulip was the baby that Danny Trejo couldn't deliver. So Tulip, instead of them trying to like fix that, they said, whatever, let's just abduct you and not give you to your family, and because we don't know how, and we'll raise you as our own. And Tulip was like, whatever, I don't know the difference between that or anything else, I'm a baby. And so she basically has like, but was raised by her abductors, which she doesn't know any better. And then she turns 18 and they're like, you're fired. Which, I don't know if you got that, but like, she basically aged out of like foster care.
Yeah,
and they said,
I
peace.
saw that.
And she said, I still like you people. Stockholm Syndrome. There's a lot of shit going on in this movie. We could really get a
Holy
psychologist in
shit.
here. She was like, I still like you. I still want to be with you. Let me still do this. And then she was forced out by some trauma, which forced her to like reconcile with her own shit. Anyway, her and Andy Samberg had to deliver the accidental baby they made, not the way you think. Through the baby making machine, not the way you think. Through the baby thing at Stork Factory. And they had to go through like lots of adventures and funny things happened. And ultimately they deliver this baby to this family, which meanwhile, there's a human family as a subplot. And the boy's probably what, like 6, 7? And his parents are
gauge that.
His parents are like
I was like kid.
A small boy. I don't know, 1st, 2nd grade. And his parents are like realtors, and they don't listen to him and they don't give a shit about him. And then he is like, I'm going to make you give us a baby via the stork. And that's how the whole movie happens, and then they get the baby.
Well, you definitely just told everyone.
Spoiler alert!
The entire story, except for like all the fun that happens.
I left out everything fun. I only told.
I feel like you kind of did.
I'm not apologizing.
All right. Well, I guess all that else to say is that they run into Key and Peele, and that's fantastic.
They do.
And
it was great. Tell us more about Key and Peele's characters.
All right. So enter Key and Peele, the Wolf Pack. And for me personally, this is the point where I was starting to like really be like, wait, I wanted to talk shit about Amazon and Jeff Bezos, and then here comes Key and Peele with an extraordinarily great performance. like because it's so funny, the animation's so good.
Okay, who were they?
I'm sorry, my bad. I think Keegan was like the cool looking wolf. And actually his voice is the one I recognize, but I think maybe Jordan Peele was the other wolf, like fighting for alpha dominance. I'm not.
They were having like a power struggle.
Yeah,
for the wolf pack, which this wolf pack had like 5,000 wolves in it.
Yeah, this wolf pack was.
And basically,
it was so funny.
Andy Samberg's stork character and the human baby Tulip, who had grown up as an abductee in the stork Amazon warehouse, and then they had to deliver the accidental baby. They crashed and in like some sort of Arctic area, and in this plane that she had built, and they crashed, and they were like, "Oh no, what do we do?" And they came upon this wolf pack, and who were led by Key / Peele, but mostly Key. And they were like, "Oh, we're gonna get eaten," but it turns out they fell in love with the baby because it was really cute.
So important to say, and one of my favorite lines, and I think it was Keegan-Michael Key when he goes, "Watch out, because we're gonna raise this baby to be a strong, independent woman, and then we're gonna eat you."
Like, then we'll come back. It was like years later.
I mean, there's great lines
It's
and
great.
well performed. So
Yeah, so basically the
wolves
wolf
are
pack
awesome.
is like, we're gonna kill you, but then they like get all like doe-eyed around the little baby because it's so cute. And that's how Andy Samberg and the abducted child from 18 years ago are able to escape. And
at the same time, we never brought up the homing pigeon, and this is an important
the
character.
home invasion?
The homing pigeon.
Oh,
the homing pigeon.
the home invasion. I was like, what movie?
He goes, what's
Okay,
up, bro?
wait, no.
What's up, bro?
No, wait. Okay, there is a character who works at Amazon with Andy Samberg, who's a pigeon, and he's like a bro pigeon, but he's also like a stupid dork pigeon. And Doug's gonna like impersonate this pigeon.
Hey, what's up, bro?
It sounds like a bro / a dumbass, and he's just trying to like cause trouble. He's trying to steal Junior / Andy Samberg's spot as the future boss.
Interestingly, too, like he is a snitch,
Yeah.
and shout out to the Storks. They
Shout out to the Storks.
spoiler alert, they do not give him stitches for being a snitch.
I think he might die though.
Yeah, but like, by his own devices. So
He needs hospital attention. Anyway, tell us more about this character.
Hey, hit us.
What's his deal? What does he sound like? Who is he like as a person?
Hit us in the DMs if you think this dude died.
Yeah, it's open. It's like kind of like the end of
his own
Inception. It's like up for interpretation.
Yeah, exactly. Did Leonardo DiCaprio actually?
What did it mean when the top like kept spinning?
Yeah,
Did it mean the pigeon character died, or
this is
didn't?
This is a very debatable question though. Like, did Leonardo DiCaprio ever get out of his own dream?
No.
Or was he in there forever?
Forever.
You think that?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Well,
that's what I think.
Like, moving on. Don't you have like a structure for this? Because
yeah,
I don't have.
I would actually ask you to tell us more about this broy pigeon who is a snitch.
Oh, yeah. So he's first introduced as popping out of the scene, going like, "Hey, what's up, bro? Check me out. Look, check out my girlfriend. She lives in Canada."
And then he shows a picture of a Canadian goose on his phone. He goes, "Did my girlfriend live in Canada?" That was a great moment.
Yeah, great acting, great character.
Yeah. And then something hits him on the head, like he walks into a pole or some shit. And then everyone's like, "Oh fuck, are you okay?" And then he's like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" And my girlfriend.
I have to get a little shout out to Kelsey Grammer too. And if you don't know,
what
he played Frasier.
No, Doug hates Frasier.
I do. I hate the show Frasier.
I'm not new.
I don't hate Kelsey Grammer. I just didn't like that. Okay. Kelsey Grammer played a man named Frasier on a TV show called Cheers, and then he made his own TV show called Frasier, and then he was in X-Men, and he was Beast, and I've always really disliked him.
Okay,
but it's just because he sucks. But
some sort of personal vendetta.
This is personal. We should please edit this out.
Okay.
Or don't.
Okay.
Moving on. I think you're directing this, right?
So we've talked about some of the main characters. Who we have not talked about yet is the human family existing plot-wise side by side the Stork people. And what's going on is there's a family of 3. A mom, Jennifer Aniston. A dad, the dad from Modern Family. And a child, don't know who plays him. Okay? And the mom and the dad are some sort of realty, real estate agent, co-working pair. And the child is maybe 7, and he's neglected, and he wants a sibling. And so he is like, "I don't have anyone to play with. This is fucked up. I'm not into this at all. Mom and Dad, can you give me a baby brother?" And they're like, "No." And he's like, "Why not?" And they're like, "We don't want to teach you sex ed. You're 7. And so he says, great, that's fine. I'll write a letter to the Storks. And they're like, that's a fucking urban legend. And he's like, no, it's not. And so he writes a letter to the Storks and blah, blah, blah. We already explained this. That's how they make the accidental baby that sends Andy Samberg and the abducted child Tulip, who's turned 18, on their quest. And so this child, I don't even know his name. We'll just call him Timmy.
Timmy is like what
Timmy?
I call like all like weird little kids.
Okay, Timmy feels right. So Timmy basically cons his parents into like quitting their job as realtors to play with them. Which brings me to the next thing on the list, which is the favorite line.
Oh my god. There's
So
so many good lines in this film.
Timmy is trying to get his parents, who are workaholics, to
you're
stop
right, you're
working.
Right. He actually has some fucking
to
bangers.
play with him because he wants to build a giant, not approved structure on the top of their home to like tell the stork to come this way. There's like arrows, there's like lights, there's a slide, and he's like, this is how you get into this house. It's right here. You can see it from miles away, Mr. or Mrs. Stork, but Mr. because they don't employ women illegally.
If I could interject,
this is where you come to my
I
home.
never ever say that the precocious child has a good line in a film, but this is like a standalone right here.
I hate the precocious child trope more than anything, but this was great. So Timmy, for lack of a better name, is trying to get the dad.
He probably has a name too. Right?
I don't know.
Fucking cares.
Who knows? I don't give a shit. So Timmy says, "Hey, Dad, play with me." He says, the dad's like, "No, I can't play with you."
He's like, "I'm busy.
I'm busy like earning a living for our
like,
family,
also,
so you can like have food."
Working from home pre-pandemic too. Like
Yeah.
they like it's like 2016.
Like, count
like,
your
what?
blessings, Timmy.
Yeah.
You ungrateful little bitch.
Or his dad too. Like, dude,
yeah,
work from
everybody.
home.
Like,
Play with your
calm
kid.
down.
Freak.
So anyway, the dad's like, "No, I'm not gonna fucking play with you," and he starts walking away. And Timmy's like, "Blink and I'll be in college." And the dad's like, "What?" And Timmy's like, "I didn't say shit." And the dad's like, "Okay, great." So he walks away, and Timmy goes, just a couple years ago, I was in diapers. And the dad's like, "Huh?" And he's like, "Shut the fuck up, Dad. I didn't say anything to you. Like, just walk away." And the dad's like, "Whatever." And he starts walking away. And shit, what did Timmy say?
He goes, you'll be my role model for 2 more years.
2 more years tops. And the dad's like, "That's it." And then he's like, tells the mom, like, "I'm gonna back out of all of our financial commitments to like play with our child more," which I respect, but also like, you gotta buy groceries and pay your mortgage, bro.
I know, bro. I'm like real cool, bro. My girlfriend's in Canada, bro.
Well, good for her. Okay. So
She exists, bro.
okay. So then
This joke lands for people that have seen the movie Storks. So
if you've seen the movie Storks, you're laughing your ass off right now.
And if you haven't seen the movie Storks, then get the fuck out the club. Storks. Everybody, if you ain't seen the Storks, get the fuck out the club. Oh, all right, let's move on.
So what happens after that is, so meanwhile, while they're having this like really like family dynamic requiring therapy, the stork people are like ensuing on like multiple adventures, like haha the wolves, haha the postal service. Like they have a lot of encounters, and then they finally come to like Earth or like America or wherever the fuck this is taking place, Midwestern Anytown, USA, to deliver the baby that they've been handling. And they like deliver it, and then it's great. And then we wrap everything up when Tulip, the abductee from earlier in the movie, who helped deliver the new baby, the accident baby, she actually goes home and she finds her real family. Because guess what? They put her little address beacon together, and she finds her family. They all have the same red hair as her, so they're obviously related. They see her instantly, and they're like, "Wow." And she goes, wait. This is the stork that kept me captive for years. And they're like, "Come on into Thanksgiving dinner. you're a part of the family now, and I want to know why they didn't call the fucking police.
And I want to say that my views of my own, my reviews of my own, has a 3-tier system to rate a film. And that 3-tier system is: first tier, acting; second tier, plot / script, screenplay. We put it all together. I know that's not fair, but it is what it is. And third tier is cinematography.
I was just looking at my notes, and I don't know why I wrote this, but apparently while we were watching the movie, I wrote Jeff Bezos is a baby killer. I don't know why I wrote that.
Because he's a piece of
Maybe
shit.
because it's true.
Hey, well, how many? So what did Jeff Bezos make in the pandemic? $78 billion. I want to say one last thing before we actually even do the tier thing. I posted I retweeted someone, and then a dumb shit motherfucker that I used to work with attacked me and said I was an idiot because what was wrong with him is he thinks he's gonna be a billionaire someday, and we were trying to figure out how much. So his job is general manager of a fast food restaurant, and
it's a growing.
Yeah, it's a growing industry. He has a chance, but we used to work together, and so he told me I'm a dumb bitch, and so he thinks he's gonna be like Jeff Bezos someday. And we did the math, and he has to make $1 million a day for
the
600
rest of his working life times 60,
684 years.
He has to live like 25 lifetimes working his ass off.
Anyway, fuck that dude.
And making the most money you can make from day one.
I zooked him. I mean, I thought I'd gotten rid of the mangas, but they're like roaches.
You know who else thought that? Andy Samberg in the movie Storks. But to finish off the plot of this film, before we go, I know we need to go in the ratings.
I thought we were doing the rating.
No, but we're leaving everybody hanging.
Oh.
So the Storks are trying to deliver the baby. They get intercepted by the snitch pigeon, the bro snitch pigeon, who has a beautiful CIA montage moment, and he finally captures them with the boss, Kelsey Grammer, aka Frasier. And they kidnap the baby, which is apparently a thing storks do repeatedly, take them back to the Stork Mountain, and Andy Samberg and the abducted child from 18 years ago have to go save it. And they do, everything's fine. But in the process, they totally fuck up the Stork cornerstore.com industry forever. So in the result, and the aftermath,
they physically destroyed it.
Yeah, they literally murder Frasier. Frasier gets murdered by the workers. Andy Samberg has a beautiful go workers unite, Norma Ray stand on the table moment. We love it. The girl decides that she wants to meet her real human family, and they, in the process, accidentally on purpose make 20 million babies that they then have to go deliver. So all the storks are let's work together. We're not gonna deliver packages anymore. We're gonna deliver babies. And so they make 40 fucking million babies, and all the storks are I'll take that one. I'll take that one. Cool, I'll take that one. And they go across the world, and everybody cries, and it's fucking heartwarming. And next thing you know, nobody has to have sex anymore.
And I have
because storks are here.
Some things to say about that too is due to climate change, which is real, the stork population has been declining and will possibly go extinct because you motherfuckers want to keep just doing
Do you think in 2070 that Amazon will be delivering babies?
I think that in 2070, people will look back on people like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and in disgust. The way they look back on we look back on people like Hitler and people fucking gave him money. So fuck them. And that was the whole reason we did this entire fucking thing. Hey, let's rate this film.
Storks is not a movie for children. It's a movie
for
the...
It's a great movie for children.
It's a movie for the children of 2070 to learn about the past.
Well, like, I'm not going to sit here and say that Elon Musk or what's his name? Jeff Bezos? I hope their names are lost to history. That'd be dope.
Wow.
That'd be great. All right, let's do acting.
Okay, let's rate it.
All right, I'll give 5 stars.
Tell me why.
Because Andy Samberg, and I love him.
Okay.
You go.
I'm gonna give it a 5 for acting too. I think the cast was stacked. They really hid Jennifer Aniston in there. The dad from Modern Family, very recognizable. He basically played the dad from Modern Family. I love that we had a Danny Trejo moment where he said, "My baby." That was great. And whoever played that freaking broy pigeon stole the show. Show stealing moment again and again and again.
Very cool.
That was great. Andy Samberg was Andy Samberg. What more can we say? 5 out of 5.
And let's shout out the actress that no one knows.
I've never heard of her, but she played Tulip / the abducted child.
Oh,
she did a great job.
Don't know her name, but
you said it in the intro, so if you really care,
if you give a fuck, then
rewind about 30 minutes and
you
go listen to
photograph her memory with your ears.
It was
then
Katie something with a C. Katie Crowns.
Katie Crowns.
I guessed that.
All right.
It might be wrong.
And let's do plot.
Okay, you go.
Airtight plot.
Tell me why.
This totally could have happened.
It totally could have happened.
Probably did happen.
And probably did happen.
This almost certainly happened in real life, and I'm giving it 5 stars.
Okay.
Your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna just process what you said. Out of 5
this film really affected
for plot. Okay, I'm gonna give it a 3.75. And here's the reason for that. A, where were the female storks / pigeons or whatever?
Shit, fuck, I didn't think about that. All right.
I
retract
know.
my original statement.
Don't worry about it.
4
Don't worry about it. I just want to know where they were, because I'll tell you, there was one, and she was the secretary to Frasier, and she was on screen for about 0.25 seconds. And then the other people were Timmy's mom, the baby, and Tulip, the abducted child. So, there's a lot of trauma happening here. And that wasn't cool. I thought they could have probably done better with that. Otherwise, plot-wise, I might consult my notes. I had some things to say about this.
Yeah, I'm gonna change my score because I didn't think we're talking about
no
representation.
Okay, well, whatever.
We're talking about plot.
No, this is a problem I have with the plot. When Tulip, the abducted child by the Storks for 18 years, she finally found her family. She knocks on the door. They open the door. They instantly are like, "You have red hair. We have red hair. You're our baby." Clearly, they knew that they had lost a baby at some point. Okay?
That's pretty dark.
So they knew that at some point they were supposed to get a baby that they didn't. That implies to me, in the universe that our reality is in, that implies to me it was a miscarriage, or they had given up a baby for adoption, or it's a stillbirth. Which is
Holy fucking shit. You got that from the movie Storks?
This is all how in real life people could lose a baby, or they had an abortion or something.
They clearly,
it could have been a number of reasons.
They addressed that,
or she ran away. There's a lot of reasons why
I feel like this movie,
family can lose a child. And Storks did not according to the reaction, she had been abducted as a child or run away at the age of 2, or they had given her up for adoption since she was alive, and they didn't seem to be super shocked by that. They were just shocked that she was there. So the Storks universe clearly operates under families know they're expecting a child, and then that child either comes or doesn't come.
But from a stork.
Well, I guess they would have been like,
the
the
mother
Stork
was
didn't
never
bring us.
pregnant.
But like if Storks is such a corporation, I would have like sued the shit out of Storks.
They live in Stork Mountain. You can't sue Stork Mountain.
Well, then why did they know that she was coming? A wish is your command? Like, there's like got to be some sort of contract implied here. If I write a letter to the Storks and I expect that there's going to be a baby, to the point where 18 years later she shows up at my doorstep and I'm like, you're the fucking baby that I expected. In the moment, that same brain is going to be like, where is the fucking baby, storks.com? If I don't expect that, then it's all just wishful thinking and it's made up and it's whatever. Which implies, why aren't we teaching children sex ed?
Well, I mean, like...
Which brings me back to when Timmy asked his parents if he could have a sibling and they went, like they were trying to hide the fact that they had to fuck for him to get a sibling.
You can't sue the tooth fairy.
So which one is it?
Or
do we have sex to make babies, or do the Storks bring them? Because it can't be both.
I fuck with it.
Can't be both.
If we're gonna say it's fey propaganda,
plot hole.
All right,
and why didn't they sue? And the Storks were right behind her. The Danny Trejo Stork, who was actually solely responsible for her capture, was right there being like, what up, redheaded family? And they were like, do you want to come in for Thanksgiving? Bitch, I would have been like, I'm gonna murder you, I'm gonna take you to court, give me $1 billion for my grief, and
right.
I will fight you and I'll kill you.
You've literally like taken me from like,
if someone abducted my baby for 18 years,
4.7 back to a 5, saying
them.
The plot of this film is a solid 5.
But everything else was like just really
now let's
cute.
do a cinematography. And you know, I've never animated shit in my life, but I will say this: when we watched the movie, there was like this ridiculously long scroll of all the animators. It takes like 10 minutes to watch every name of every animator in this film, and for that reason, I'd just say 5 because I mean, a lot of work there. Was there anything like you watched? You were like, this animation was not up to par.
Nothing upset me. I liked that part of it.
Well, but you did think the Storks were not quite.
Oh wait, yeah, they looked like seagulls.
Yeah,
which I love seagulls. I enjoy them, but they're not storks. I will say that part of my first impression about that was wrong because I was thinking pelicans, which is a different animal.
Yeah.
But like pelicans could fit a baby in their little weird like underbeak thing.
A strange old bird is a pelican. His beak can hold more than his belly can.
Okay.
So sailors say that shit.
Sailors?
Yeah, I use a fucking sail and shit. I know all about the sea. I know all about the deep sea and saying a strange old bird is the pelican. His beak can hold more than his belly can, and if you watch out, the kraken will get you. And you know, there's a lot of trauma on the sea. Go ahead.
Now I know why so many young men wanted to run off to sea.
Oh, it's great, man. I'll tell you one thing.
Sounds like a blast.
Getting real, like, if you know, honestly, you know, I think one thing everyone should try to do once in their life is to hop on a boat and get out of sight of land and get some perspective in that way. Okay. Not for any reason like politically. Just I think it's
what reason politically would it have to go sailing?
Man, I don't know. I have a lot, like, I talk a lot about shit about fascists on this podcast, and you know, I talk shit about Trump back when he was president, and you know, I just think I think that you can say politically, if you hop on a boat and you get out all the way so far you can't see the land anymore, that might be good for you mentally. Okay. Just give you a fucking chance in the perspective to say like, I can't see land.
You should DM Jeff Bezos that.
Yo, let's tell it. Yo, and by the way,
hey, everybody in My Views Are My Own Nation.
We have a nation.
Go DM Jeff Bezos and tell him he needs to like just go on an ocean trip and find himself.
Like that dude probably flies in like that fucking like
some sort
flying...
of seafaring adventure.
You know, like in the Avengers, like the helicopter aircraft carrier they have. He like probably just like,
let's like peer pressure Jeff Bezos into like buying capri pants and like what are those fucking boat shoes?
Moccasins?
No, they're like Sperry's, and he can wear capri pants and Sperry's and like a Patagonia sweatshirt and go on a seafaring trip.
Look,
and I want him to come back with like what should be like months and months of beard, but like he can't do it, so it looks like some sort of like teenager attempt. And he smokes nothing out of a pipe. Like he just holds a pipe in his mouth and nothing comes out of it. And I want that to be his growth.
Listen to me, Mr. Bezos. Jeffrey. I'm Jeffrey.
Jefferson.
Bezos. Mr. Jeff.
Befferson.
I just want to say to you, take some time, man. Get on a little teeny boat.
Yeah.
Float away from the shore.
See the world.
And stop
pay people a living wage.
Like pay people a living wage. This is not a threat. This is just
stop
nature.
Giving storks like nothing.
The longest you could possibly live, as far as I know, is like 110. That's like the top.
Like years?
Like I think like the longest anyone could possibly live is like 110 years.
He probably has to have cholesterol for that.
Look, dude, like I don't want you to like
know
I don't want you to be like morbid or like dwell on your mortality, but you have like almost $200 billion. Why are you hoarding that? What the fuck is wrong with you? Just anyway. End world hunger.
I don't know.
Get your shit together, man.
You could probably
hop on a little tiny boat.
Fix every school district in the country.
Yeah. And
anyway, Storks.
Storks.
You guys should
5
watch
out of 5
for cinematography.
Oh, cinematography, 5 out of 5.
Okay, I give it a 4 out of 5 because they looked like seagulls, and it was just distracting, and it kept me from focusing on the beautiful plot and the lessons.
All right, we're gonna get a final score too. So, final score of Storks will be 15? For me. It will be like 4.7.
Do we average them?
Yeah. So
okay.
4.7.
I'm gonna need my calculator.
No.
Out.
Like, it's like you just kind of like get a final.
No, I literally want to do the math. I'm sorry that you don't like me, but yeah, no, you do.
You work for Jeff Bezos, don't you?
No, but I know someone who does.
Amazon.com.
Okay.
No. Hey guys, I have a girlfriend.
You're distracting me from my math, and I don't
do your fucking math, but I don't fuck with this shit.
What was the first category? Acting. I gave it a 5. 3.75.
I give it a 5.
Plus a 4.5.
Yep.
Divided by 3. I gave this movie a 4.41666 bar over the 6. That means the 6 goes on forever. The calculator wanted it to round up to a 7, but I took a math class and I know better than that. So in conclusion,
thanks for listening to my views of my own. My reviews are my own.
I hope you liked this.
Where we watch a movie.
Where Doug and Colleen talk over each other for 30 to 40 minutes.
I assume we're going to edit this way, way down to way less.
If you liked this, please comment below that you liked it, either via 5-star review on Apple, iTunes, or other method.
Or your mama.
Wow.
Whoa.
I'm sorry, that was a burp.
Yeah, that was super inappropriate. I would never say that.
So rude.
All right.
But if your mom does like the show, you can tell her how you feel, and then she can go comment on it. And technically, that is via your mama.
Yeah, true. And I'll punish myself accordingly.
I'll punch him. I will never do that.
Thank you for listening.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.